In this lecture, let us take a look at how to configure wireless security settings to secure your network. Securing a wireless network is essential to protect sensitive data and prevent unauthorized access. And here's a detailed guide on how to configure wireless security settings effectively. The first point is change default SSID and password. So SSID, the service set identifier, SSID is the name of your Wi-Fi network. Change it from default to something unique, but avoid using personal information. And password, use a strong password with a mix of letters, numbers, and special characters. Avoid common phrases or easily guessable information. And enable WPA3 encryption protocol. Use WPA3, Wi-Fi Protected Access 3, the latest and most secure encryption protocol out there. If your router does not support WPA3, you can always use WPA2 is the best option. And avoid WEP and WPA because they are outdated and vulnerable to most of the attacks. So you can go ahead and disable WEP, WPA, and WPS. So, and the third point we have is disable WPS, Wi-Fi protected setup. And so WPS is known for its vulnerabilities and can be exploited by attackers to gain access to your network. So how to find is that find the WPS settings on your router's admin page and disable it. So use a guest network, isolate guest devices from your main network to limit access to sensitive information. Configuration, enable the guest network feature and set a different SSID and strong password for it. Ensure that guests cannot access your main network. And enable MAC filtering. So MAC filtering allows only specific devices to be connected to your network by adding the MAC addresses to the wish list. So find the MAC filtering option in your router settings page, enable it and add the MAC address of your trusted devices. Reduce the Wi-Fi range. So reducing the Wi-Fi range will help to limit the physical range of your wireless signal to prevent unauthorized access from outside your premises. So decrease the transmission power in your router advanced wireless settings column. So you can go to I think 2.4 gigahertz or from 5 to 2.4 and use a strong admin password to prevent unauthorized access to your router's configuration settings page, and change the default admin password to something unique. So the SSID is secure my network. This is just an example. The password is a strong password with two capital words, uppercase words with special character and 0 and exclamatory mark. And security mode is set to WPA3 personal. WPS is disabled. Guest network is enabled. SSID for guest network is guest network. Guest password is guest password. And MAC filtering is enabled. Allow MAC addresses. There are 2 MAC addresses, for example. The transmission power is 50%. And admin password is filled with special characters, so it is changed. So by implementing these wireless security settings, you can significantly enhance the security of your network, making it more resilient against unauthorized access and cyber threat. So once you do this, head over to your router settings. Head over to Firefox and head over to the IP address. But before heading over to this address, you'll need to be connected to your Wi-Fi network. Only then you can access the router configuration setting page. So type 192.168.0.1, and so I'm using a AC750 wireless dual band router. The model, you can take a look at the model. So if you just type admin, you can go ahead and change your Wi-Fi password. You can disable WEP and WPS pin and enable WPA2, or if it supports WPA3, you can go ahead and do that. So hit enter. You will be logged into your admin page, and the main thing is that you'll need to disable or change your username from admin to something else, whichever you like to. because admin is very guessable, and once if the attacker gets connected to your network, he can open the router page and he can change the password, so which will be uh, very risky. So yeah, go ahead and do all of the steps which I said, which will secure your network. So I'll see you in the next video. Hello and welcome. In this video, let us understand about post-connection Wi-Fi attacks. So post-connection Wi-Fi attacks occur once an attacker has successfully connected to a wireless network, allowing them to exploit vulnerabilities in the network and its connected devices. So these attacks can include MITM, man-in-the-middle attacks, where the attacker intercepts and potentially alters communication between devices, and ARP spoofing, which tricks devices into sending data to the attacker instead of the intended recipient. So other tactics involves DNS spoofing to redirect users to malicious websites and exploit weaknesses in networks protocols to gain unauthorized access to sensitive information. To mitigate these risks, it is essential to implement strong encryption such as WPA3 and WPA2 AES, regularly update the firmware and software, use strong passwords, and employ network monitoring tools to detect and respond to malicious activity. So now let us take a look at the types of post-connection Wi-Fi attacks. So we have MITM, man-in-the-middle attacks. So attacks in MITM attack, the attacker intercepts the communication between two devices on the same network. By positioning themselves between the devices, they can capture, alter, or inject data in the communication stream. This type of attack can lead to data breaches, unauthorized access, and further exploitation of sensitive information. And ARP spoofing, ARP, address resolution protocol. Spoofing involves sending falsified ARP messages to the local network. This tricks devices into associating to the attacker's MAC addresses with the IP address of a legitimate device. As a result, data intended for the legitimate device is instead sent to the attacker. ARP spoofing can facilitate MITM attacks, denial of service attacks, and session hijacking. So what is DNS spoofing? So DNS spoofing or DNS cache positioning involves altering the DNS records in a network cache to redirect traffic to the malicious sites. This can lead to phishing attacks where users unknowingly enter sensitive information into fraudulent websites. It can also be used to spread malware or to disrupt network services. And next we have session hijacking. So in session hijacking, the attacker takes over an active session between the user and the network or the service, and he gains the control of it. By capturing session cookies or session tokens, the attacker can gain unauthorized access to the user's account without needing their login credentials, and he can steal the data. So this can result in data theft, unauthorized transaction, and further system compromise. So next we have exploiting network protocols. Weaknesses in network protocols such as outdated encryption methods or improperly configured security settings can be exploited by attackers, such as, for example, exploiting vulnerabilities in WP and WPA2 protocols through brute force and dictionary attacks can give attackers unauthorized access, and he can read the data or decrypt the data, decrypt the HTTPS data, and analyze the data through Wireshark. This can lead to further attacks on connected devices and data interpretation. And next we have the conclusion part. So post-connection Wi-Fi attacks pose significant threats to network security, but understanding the mechanisms and implementing robust defense strategies can mitigate these risks. By adopting strong encryption, regular updates, strong passwords, network monitoring, and segmentation, organizations can safeguard their networks against these sophisticated attacks. Staying informed about the latest threats and continuously improving the security measures is essential to maintaining a secure and resilient network environment. So you have to turn on your NAT network whenever you're using the Kali Linux. Open up your virtual box and go to network and make sure you are connected to the NAT network. So NAT The full form is Network Address Transition. Is a service that enables private IP networks to use the internet and cloud. So once you have enabled this, you can just go ahead and connect your wireless card to the Kali Linux and start your man in the middle and ARP spoofing and denial of service attack. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video. In this video, let us take a look at discovering clients using NetDiscover. Discovering clients using NetDiscover. So NetDiscover is a network reconnaissance tool used to identify active hosts on a local network by sending ARP Address Resolution Protocol requests. NetDiscover scans the network to discover the connected devices and their corresponding IP and MAC addresses. The tool is particularly useful in environments where DHCP is used, as it can detect devices that have dynamically obtained IP addresses. NetDiscover operates in both passive and active modes, allowing users to either listen for ARP requests passively or actively send ARP requests to probe the network. The results provide a comprehensive list of connected clients, helping network administrators manage and secure their networks by identifying unauthorized devices and monitoring network activity. So NetDiscover is already pre-installed in Kali Linux. So turn on your Kali Linux machine and open up your terminal. Make sure that your external Wi-Fi card is connected and type iwconfig WLAN 0 is the name of your Wi-Fi card. So it just gives you the IP address, or type ifconfig WLAN 0, where we get the inet. This is our IP address. 192.168.0.109 is our IP address. So after this, you just have to type NetDiscover and type a wireless card interface name and type the IP address and type 24. So we will scan IP addresses which have ranged from 1 to 24. So paste to clipboard. So NetDiscover just shows us the number of clients which are connected to our Wi-Fi. So I have one client connected, and it even shows the MAC addresses of the client. So you can take a look at captured ARP requests from two hosts. So I have two devices connected. You can take a look at the IP, the MAC address, the count, and the MAC vendor or the host name, which is one is TP-Link and the second one is MicroStar. So you can get all of the details you want from NetDiscover. So this helps in information gathering regarding the client or which devices you need to attack. So once you have the IP address, you can IP address and MAC address of that particular device. It might be a phone, a laptop, or a tablet. You can start you can start a customized or a specific attack against the target and know its vulnerabilities, and you can fix them also. So it's continuously sending packets, and the size is increasing. So there are two devices which are connected to my Wi-Fi. So this is how you gather information using NetDiscover if you have any clients connected to the network. In this video, let us take a look at how to use ZenMap for information gathering. So ZenMap is the official graphical user interface for Nmap, a GUI, a powerful network scanning tool included in Kali Linux. It simplifies the process of performing network reconnaissance by providing an intuitive interface for configuring and executing scans. So ZenMap allows users to discover hosts, open ports, services and their versions, as well as detect operating systems and potential vulnerabilities. The tool supports a wide range of scanning techniques including TCP, UDP, SYN and ICMP scans to ensure true network exploration. ZenMap also includes advanced features like network topology mapping and scriptable interactions using Nmap script engine NSE, which is the Nmap scripting engine. These features enable detailed analysis and automated detection of security issues. So ZenMap's ability to save and compare scan results helps administrators track in the network over time, aiding in continuous security monitoring. So overall, ZenMap enhances the usability of Nmap, making it accessible for both novice and experienced users to effectively gather and analyze network information. So once you have understood what Nmap and what Nmap does, is that it just gives you the detailed information of the clients which are connected in the network. So you just need to install ZenMap, because sometimes, or in some of the Kali Linux versions, or basically in Kali Linux, ZenMap doesn't come installed. So I have written a few set of commands right here. So just type in apt install ZenMap kbx. You can just copy this and paste it in the terminal, paste to clipboard and hit enter, and press Y to install it. So after installing ZenMap, you can just open it right here. And I need to give you a disclaimer. You just cannot run or collect the details of the Wi-Fi networks which you do not own. And so because it gives you some of the details like the IP address, the MAC addresses, and even the operating systems which it is running on. So after this, you just need to type ifconfig, and you'll need to take the IP address of your wireless network card, which is 192.168.0.109, and paste it right in ZenMap. So this is how ZenMap looks. Or you can just search for ZenMap right here on your Firefox, where ZenMap official cross-platform Nmap security scanner, which has a graphical user interface. So hit on it, and you can take a look at the screenshots right here. So ZenMap is the official Nmap scanner. It is a multi-platform Linux, Windows, Mac OS, and BSD. So you can even install ZenMap on Windows and start your scans on open ports. So it is a very beginner friendly, and it has a graphical user interface. So Nmap is network mapper. So you can just paste your IP address right here in the target, and you can start your scan. So copy this, paste it here, and you can select the different types of scans. You can select the intent scan, the regular, the quick scan, and the quick plus scan, but we will be choosing the intent scan in the start. So if you hit scan, you will get the list of IP addresses and the open ports which are present in the network. So you can look at the host and the services. So you can look at the time zone, and it says scanning completed. So you will just need to wait, and you'll get the set of detail. I'll just cancel the scan, and we'll go ahead to quick scan, and let us see the different types of scan results that Nmap gives us. You can get the operating system, you can get the MAC address. So we just got many, like 4 open ports, and you got the MAC address, and it says TP-Link Technologies. And we got, I think this is my laptop's MAC address, MicroStar Intel. So we just got 2 devices. So you can take a look at the open ports. Let me expand this session for you. Okay, here are the services. HTTP. So if you have HTTPS, it is more encrypted. You just cannot use Wireshark and analyze the data. So you just get a set of details here after starting Nmap. You get the ports, you get the state which is open, you get the service SSH encryption, and there are 2 devices which are connected. So you have one more scan, all this quick scan plus. I'll hit scan. So in this, you even get the operating system of the devices which are connected to the network. So yeah, let's take a look at it. You just need to wait for it to start. Hit scan. Okay, it is starting. So yeah, Nmap just gave me the results after like 20 seconds. So you can take a look at even the operating system. There is Linux running. Here we have the Windows, Microsoft Windows. You have the OS information. You have the different ports. So you can use all of this and you can run targeted attacks on that particular devices, and you can download scripts or a malware and attack that and run the attack on the target network and test if it works. So you have the OS detail, you have OSCPE running, you have the network distance, you have the service info, it says Microsoft, and device type general purpose. You have the MAC address. Okay, you have two MAC addresses, and yeah, so we have all of the details which are being collected from the open port. So this is how you gather data from Nmap. So I'll see you in the next video. Hello and welcome. In this video, let us take a look at understanding ARP poisoning in Kali Linux. So ARP poisoning, also known as ARP spoofing, is a technique used to intercept network traffic on a local network. In Kali Linux, this can be achieved using tools like Ethercap, which allows attackers to send falsified ARP messages to associate their MAC address with the IP address of another device. The deception causes network traffic intended for the legitimate IP address to be redirected to the attacker's device. Once the attacker successfully intercepts the traffic, they can monitor, alter, or block the data being transmitted. So ARP poisoning is often used to facilitate MITM man-in-the-middle attacks, where the attackers can eavesdrop on communications or inject malicious data. To execute ARP poisoning, an attacker typically needs to be on the same subnet as the target, making it a common threat in LAN's local area network. Defending against ARP poisoning involves implementing security measures such as static ARP entries using secure protocols like HTTPS, where HTTPS is Hypertext Transfer Protocol secure and all of the data will be encrypted, and employing network security tools that can detect and prevent ARP spoofing. So understanding ARP poisoning and its implications is crucial for network administrators to protect their data from such malicious activities. So here is an image where you can understand the ARP poisoning or spoofing, where we are in the middle of the victim and the network. So the router thinks that we are the victim or we are the users, and it sends the data to us, and the victim thinks we are the router and it sends the data to us. So we are in the middle, and all of the data will be captured by us, and we can analyze all of the data with Wireshark, from which we can gather useful information like website passwords, although all of it will be encrypted by HTTPS, but there are few methods for decryption, and there are basically very less sites with HTTP encryption. If you log into Facebook, it is already encrypted. If you log into your Gmail account, it is encrypted. So what is the use of this attack? But we can gather useful insights from this and analyze the data and their login pages. Like when they log in into their Twitter account, Facebook account, you can get their email and password, but if it is HTTPS, it will be encrypted. But for few sites like which has HTTP encryption, you can easily get the Gmail and password. So we will be in the middle of the router and the victim. So this is called a man in the middle attack. So once the victim presses enter with his Gmail and password, you will get the data in your logs in your Kali Linux terminal, or whichever Ethercap or any other software you're trying to attack. So this is a post connection attack. You can only do this once you are connected with the router. So this is not a pre-connection attack. Pre-connection attacks are attacking a Wi-Fi before you entering into it. So this is a post-connection attack, helps in gathering data, and it helps in further sophisticated or personalized attacks. So this is just a basic image of you to understand what ARP poisoning looks like. And in the next video, let us take a look at ARP poisoning and MITM in a detailed manner. So I'll see you in the next video. video, let us take a look at ARP poisoning using ARP spoof. So this is my Windows host machine, and I need to type PowerShell and open up the PowerShell or your CMD. So we will be attacking this mission from our virtual box, which is Kali Linux. So yeah, or you can turn on your search for CMD right here, and you can even run it to your administrator, or you can just run it in the normal guest mode also. So you can use PowerShell or CMD and type ipconfig, the same command which we'll use in Kali Linux, and you'll get a set of information. You'll get your Ethernet adapter Ethernet, and you'll get your IPv4 Internet Protocol version 4 address, which is 192.168.0.108 is my IP address. So you'll just need to take a note of that in your Kali Linux mission. So and follow the set of commands, and you just need to type ARP spoof, ARP A, type ARP A and hit enter, so that you'll get a bunch of information right here. Okay, so you'll get your interface, and you'll get the physical MAC address, which is 34E894FA22E1, and it says type is dynamic, and you'll get the IP address 192.168.0.1. So you just open up your terminal for now, and if you face any kind of errors in your Kali Linux mission, you just need to update your mission. Use the sudo apt full upgrade in your terminal and run it. And after that, I'll just copy this. I'll just paste it here in my terminal, and even you do the same, so that the attack runs smoothly. And yeah, I'll just copy this, type ARP spoof I, and mention your wireless interface WLAN 0 and -t, and mention the IP address of the victims, and you mention the IP address again. So this is the same IP address, we have it here. So it is 192.168.0.108, and this is the interface 192.168.0.1. So to check your system's IP address and paste it in your terminal. Shift Control V to paste it. So and I'll press new tab and just interchange the IP. You just type 192.168.0.1 here, and type 192.168 and .0.108 here, and copy this, and we just need to do the IP forwarding after this, and you need to run both of them together. Hit enter, so the attack starts, and hit enter, and open a new tab, and just paste the IP forwarding. Copy, Shift Control V, type echo 1, and you just paste this right here, and type iwconfig WLAN 0, so you will get your MAC address right here, or type ifconfig WLAN 0, so you will be replacing this MAC address in this. So you just type ARP A again, and so the MAC address will be changed. So it's the same, we have successfully changed the MAC address. So all of the traffic which goes from the devices, we can take a look at it, and we can sniff it through Wireshark. So this is how you change and start a man in the middle attack. So we have successfully connected, and we are in the middle of the router and the victim. So we can take a look at all of the data. So you can take a look at this. We have the same IP address right here, so it's 0011 7F1B 6C and 29 in the dynamic, and you can take a look at the old MAC address, which is 34E8 is my router's MAC address. So yeah, we have successfully done the attack. So if you just press Ctrl C, it just stops. This is cleaning up and re-arping target. So yeah, you go ahead and press Ctrl C here also, and once this is done, type clear and you just type ARP A again right here, and it will be back to its original IP, which is 34E894FA22E8. So yeah, you can take a look at this. So I've just stopped the attack right here. So this is how you do ARP spoofing in Kali Linux. In this video, let us take a look at how to perform man-in-the-middle attack using Intercept. Intercept is a well-known network security tool used for network sniffing, man-in-the-middle attacks, and other network-related tasks. So, it's commonly used by network administrators and security professionals to analyze and troubleshoot network issues as well as to test network security. So, you need to note down all of your IP addresses before we start the Intercept and man-in-the-middle attack. So open up your PowerShell, search for PowerShell, and just type IP config and hit enter. So you will get the IP address right here. I have my IP address, which is IPv4 address 192.168.0.108, and you have to type ARP A, and you have the MAC address right here, which is type as dynamic, and this is my MAC address. So I have to take a note of these, and yeah, good to go. So turn on your Kali Linux mission and search for Intercept. Okay, so I encourage you not to perform this attacks if you don't have the permission to do it, and to just do it in your system with your own lab setup, because it is illegal to do packet sniffing and scanning, and I am not responsible if you do it. We have to stay within our limits and boundaries. So type iwconfig wlan 0 ifconfig wlan 0. So you'll get our MAC address and you'll get the IP address. So you just need to note down the MAC address right here, which is 6C29. We'll remember the last 4 digits. So after this, you just go to search. You hit on sniffing and spoofing. Start your Intercept. So Intercept can do network sniffing, man-in-the-middle attack, ARP spoofing, DNS spoofing, and packet filtering analysis. So select WLAN 0. So both the system and the Kali Linux operating machine is connected to one Wi-Fi. So there's no need to attack. There's no need to enable bridge sniffing. So this is what Intercept graphical user interface looks like, and hit the tick mark so that the attack starts, and it just starts to scan. Once the scanning is started, you can just hit search for hosts, and it will start searching for hosts. And remember, if you're conducting a real penetration testing, if you hit on the search, there are chances that you might get caught. So you just need to be more anonymous, and it says 5 hosts added. So my laptop and my computer and few other devices are connected to the Wi-Fi, and even the host operating machine, which is Windows, is connected to the Wi-Fi through Ethernet cable. So just hit on show host, and you just need to add a target 1 and target 2. So this is our IP address right here. You just saw it here. So which is 192.168 0.108. So you just add this to target 1, and you select this and add it to target 2. Once it is added, you can just go ahead and start the MITM attack. Hit on the globe symbol in the top right corner, and it says ARP Poisoning, and hit ARP Poisoning. And operational parameters, Sniff remote connection, just leave it in the default selected manner and hit OK. Once you hit OK, it just starts the MITM attack. So go ahead to your PowerShell, your Windows host operating machine, and check if we have changed the MAC address and we are in the middle of the router. So yeah, we have our MAC address right here, which is 6C29, which we remembered the last 4 digits. So whichever traffic we search for in the machine, that we can take a look at the traffic and we can sniff. So to analyze the packets and to look at the packets and the data, open up your Wireshark and select WLAN 0 and hit on start scanning. But before that, I'll just open up my Google Chrome, and if you search for anything on Google Chrome, it will be recorded here, but it will mostly be recorded in the HTTPS manner. Hit start. So the MITM attack has been started. Okay, there's a lot of data which is going on. You can take a look at the data. You can take a look at the transmission control protocol. You can take a look at the IPv4 and the ETH. You can take a look at the source ID right here. And if I search for any HTTP websites, so the network will be very slow. If your network is very fast while performing attacks, you can just search for any HTTP websites, or you can just log in into your Gmail account and enter your mail ID within the lab. So if you enter your mail ID, it will be recorded in Wireshark. And let us apply a search filter, type ARP and hit enter, where you will get only the ARP request. So once we get the ARP request, you can take a look at the protocol, and you can take a look at the MAC address and take a look at the sender's MAC address. It is sending it to us, so we can take a look at all of the data here. So if a guy tried to log in, if the victim tries to log in into Facebook or Gmail, but that does not work because it is HTTPS and it is encrypted, the data packets are encrypted. But if he tries to log in into a HTTP website, that data can be analyzed in Wireshark and it can be seen here. The mail and the password can be seen right here. So yeah, and whenever I try to perform the man in the middle attack, the websites tend to load slowly. So yeah, if it works for you, just search for websites for HTTP websites and try to give a test email or a temporary email. Create a temp email and try to log in, and that data will be recorded in Wireshark. So this is how you perform MITM attack in Kali Linux and sniff the data. So to stop the MITM, just hit on this button right here, and it just stops the MITM attack for you. And the IP will be, and the MAC address will be restored here, and you can check it with the ARP command. So I'll see you in the next video. Hello everyone. In this video, let us take a look at Wireshark, basic overview in Kali Linux. So Wireshark is a powerful and widely used network protocol analyzer available in Kali Linux. It allows users to capture and interactively browse the traffic running on a computer network in real time. And Wireshark provides detailed insights into network protocols, packet structures, and data flows, making it an essential tool for network troubleshooting, security analysis, and forensic investigations. The tool supports a wide range of protocols, enabling users to filter, analyze, and dissect packets to identify potential users or suspicious activity. Wireshark's user-friendly interface includes various features such as customizable filters, color coding, and comprehensive packet information, allowing for in-depth examination of captured data. Through the customizable filters, you can set your packets into layers, or through color coding you can get a detailed information of that particular packet, and you can differentiate between many packets. but Wireshark is not, you cannot attack with Wireshark, but you can analyze network with Wireshark, you can monitor network, and you can investigate potential security breaches from the network analyzer and the packet tool. However, due to its availability to capture sensitive information, it should be used responsibly and ethically, especially on networks where privacy and confidentiality are paramount. Understanding the basic functions of Wireshark is crucial for anyone involved in network security and management. So once you understood what Wireshark is, turn on your Kali Linux and you need to start your man in the middle attack. Once you start your man in the middle attack, you can go ahead and I have just started man in the middle, but I need to add clients. So host list, and this is my client 1, add target 1, and this is my client 2. Even my Samsung phone is connected to the Wi-Fi, and few other devices are connected, but this is my target 2, and I just need to start the attack. Hit on ARP Poisoning and hit OK. Once the attack is started, you can then open Wireshark through your terminal, or you can just open it from top left corner. Type Wireshark. You'll always have Wireshark installed in Kali Linux. So once you open Wireshark, you will get this kind of graph here, which shows that there is some kind of user information, and from this you can just analyze all of the data packets. So you can take a look at the different network cards. You have ETH0 and WLAN0, where there is some kind of graph going up and down, or you can take a look at the address and it says no capture filters. And let me just open up Google Chrome and search for YouTube. But when I start man in the middle attack, my network just does not work. Probably if we start attacking my phone, it might work. So it just loads a bit slowly. Let me open up Gmail. If you open up 2 tabs, it might be a bit slow. And let me go for my mail. So there will be a spike here, and you can double click or hit start capturing. So these are the different kinds of data you will capture. I know you're not understanding anything at all, and this is the time slot which you can see. So there's a lot of data which is going here, and once you start your man in the middle attack, your IP address is changed. Right here you can open up PowerShell and look at ARPA, so that your IP address will be changed to 6C and 29. Open up your terminal and type iwconfig wlan0 or ifconfig wlan0 00117f1b 6C29. You can take a look at that. We are in the middle of the router and the phone, so the router thinks we are the client, so we can take a look at all of the information and take a look at the time slot. Just type ARP here. You will get the different ARP requests and you will get the details. You can remove this and you can specify the particular IP. So yep, if you type in the details, or if you just search for HTTPS websites and log into a website. I'm sorry, I think I just typed HTTPS. We just need to type HTTP, Hypertext Transfer Protocol, but it is not secure. Login page. Okay, let it load. Okay, when I start this attack, it just does not work. We have a page called VULN web. Such a weird name. So you just log in, and once you log in, you'll get all of the details right here in your EtherCAT. So if you get the details, you can start using the details for your benefits. But we are ethical hackers and we do not do anything for our benefit. We just need to do it for the testing purpose, to show the world or the clients that how unsafe it is to use the HTTP. But if some websites are HTTPS, you can do the SSL stripping and remove the HTTPS. So to check if you have HTTPS, you can take a look at the connection is secure. And for HTTP the connection will not be secure. So you can take a look at the site data. So it says not secure. Yep, you can take a look at this. Your connection to the site is not secure. You should not enter any sensitive information on this site. For example, passwords, cookies, or credit cards, because it can be stolen by attackers. And we are the attacker. So it will be stolen here. It will be saved in EtherCap. And you can analyze all of the data with Wireshark. Take a look at the time, source, destination, protocol, length, and info. So let this website load. But if I start a MITM with my computer, it just does not work. I need to start a MITM attack on my phone IP address. So this is a PHP site. Okay, let us give it a. Okay, finally the website loaded. Test Kali Linux. This might work or it may not work. Okay, let us just Kali Linux. Okay, there we go. Hit login and let us check if we got please username sign up. Okay, or let us just sign up with the test. Okay, it says test 1. Okay, I think we got an error or it's trying to log in. I'll click on never. MAE we have. I think it should be captured here, or it has to be captured on your Linux mission, on your Wireshark. ARP protocol detect. Okay, it will be captured right here in your EtherCap. So you should never use the sites which are not secure, and make sure you have HTTPS enabled. And sometimes the hackers will try to strip your HTTPS with the SSL stripping, with the man in the middle attack. So make sure that you're always logged into secure sites so that you don't just give away your data to the hackers. So I think you just got a basic overview about EtherCap and Wireshark, and I'll see you in the next video. In this lecture, let us take a look at how to analyze and capture the HTTP traffic. So turn on your Kali Linux, and I have started my man in the middle attack with EtherCap. I've just added target 1, which is 192.168.0 and 108 to target 1. Click on this and press on target 1, add to target 1, and hit on 192.168.0.1 to target 2, so that your attack starts and you have started the ARP poisoning. So once the ARP poisoning is successfully started, you just hit on the globe icon and start the MITM attack. So yeah, and turn on your Wireshark and hit on WLAN 0, and I have some windows opened up right here, and I have my Bing browser opened up, and I have searched some HTTP login websites so that we can capture our data. I have one HTTP website open and it says not it says not secure, and you can take a look at the cookies and permissions for this site. So yeah, it says I cannot reach this page, but I have just opened it. So you can just hit on this page, HTTP forever. I've already opened it, and open up your Wireshark, hit on WLAN 0, and just use the search filter. Just type in HTTP, which only gives out the HTTP requests right here. Hit cancel, and yeah, you have all of the HTTP requests. And if you want the details of the password, you can just double click on this and start analyzing it right here. So once you start analyzing it, you will just get the password right here. And let me just remove this. You can even capture cookies and the password right here, and you can give that separate kind of filter once you get this. And here you will be able to get the details of the client in hypertext transfer protocol secure. And you can even add the search filter for this. Hit on search, select string. If you select string and type in the password test, okay, the website is not loading for me now, but once your web test vuln vulnerable web, I think .com pops up. So we have it right here. And okay, this line based text, and let me double click this. Let me click on this, and it says, yep, test php vulnweb.com. So here you'll get all of the details, and it says that the website is coded in CSS. If I try to log in, my website is not logging in. You just type in the login password such as test and type in test again for the password. So that data and that username will be captured right here in hypertext. If you just type string and test, it will open that particular value or that particular text file or that particular detail. Just type in for some HTTP websites and try to play around and try to analyze all of that with your Wireshark, and it can even capture cookies in your Wireshark. So you can easily analyze it with this software, which is very helpful. So yeah, this is how you analyze. So this is it for now. I'll see you in the next video.